Welcome back, friends. We're going to review another ship today. I know you've watched a million reviews of the Drake Corsair, but I'm going to have a little slightly different approach to it. We're going to talk about it in terms of money value, what competing options you have, why I recommend some of those, why I don't recommend others. Without further ado, let's get into it. If we're being honest, watching this is little like contributing to the development of Star Citizen, though. Where right now you are watching me review this ship so that you can see B-roll of it later. So first things first, one of the things I love most about the Corsair is that it is quote-unquote gold standard. There are a bunch of things in it, about it, around it that just work well. Number one, you can fit actually like some racers in the back of this thing, so you can take it around to go racing. There are buttons for everything. It's easy to strip off the missiles or the weapons. The missiles can sometimes be a little harder, but you can see several of them stacked up right here. So you can loot those pretty easily. I love these, like, engines are cool. Like that, there are lots of little pieces to it, like the little vents that just really are kind of powerful. Just getting kind of a front profile here, you can see what it looks like as you're walking around. And I'm actually going to switch to my beauty camera. You can still hear me, but let's just focus on the ship. So you see all the cannons here. I think these are all Omnitskis that come on at standard, but either way, they might be the Hurston ones, whatever. Side turret. See the other ones on this wing. Not as many missiles over here, but this one is the dual wing configuration. So I think there's another one up on top here. Yep. So tons of firepower on this ship. But for one that has like a fairly straightforward profile, it flies like a dying turtle. Everyone kind of already knows that, so I'm not going to belabor that point, just in case you've never watched a review on the Drake Corsair, or you're like, I don't know, maybe I want to buy it this CitizenCon, or then you can make that choice for yourself. The elevator is one of the coolest parts of the whole ship. I wish other ships had cool elevators like this. Not that it is an elevator, like other ships, the Tally has an elevator, for example, but that you have multiple levels that you can go to. So you can come to surface, obviously not an option right now because I'm already on the surface. We're going to go to the roof. This is the mess hall, but we're going all the way up to the roof. One of the things I love about this is like when we're able to actually repair components truly, fully, totally, you'll be able to actually work on your ship, presumably, and this gives you access to that like nothing else no other ship really has in the game. And that's just cool. Is it worth buying the ship? Absolutely not. But if you want to rent it or go fly with friends or just use it once or twice to feel like you've done it, you should go do that. So I'm going to do the internal run through very quickly. I know people really like these individual access inventories. Here's your shower. People care about these for whatever reason. Here's your docking collar. I love that all of the buttons and knobs are interactable. It's just very immersive. As I said before, doors are super slow here. And then you're back into the cargo hold. One thing that's weird to me is like I feel like these should be doors, but they're not. And it kind of trips me out every time. Shield generator in the rear. And that basically wraps up the tour here. Yeah, we're going to go up one more hall. And then these are your turrets. One on each side. I'm not even going to get into them because they're not really worth it. The cool turret. Copilot is one of the best Copilot seats in the game. Like this is one of my favorite. I love the MFDs. Not sure why it's not working, but you do get a Copilot access, and then you have the remote turret that's on the top that you can face forward with. So this is aligned with the captain, so it is set further back, but you do have pretty good angles on this. Once the wings are deployed, then you don't have to go all around them. So it's pretty good. It's Badgers, so it's not the greatest, but it is a cool co-pilot seat. You're right by the captain. You fly together. You get great visuals. This is like flying in quantum stuff. Like if you just want an immersive two-person flying experience, it's pretty good. It feels very similar to the Cutlass. But we're gonna take this bad boy out for a spin. Yeah, you can see just a bunch of cannons. You can see that docking collar here on the side. Turrets. Best thing about this ship, no questions asked in my opinion, is not the firepower, but is that cargo space. 72 isn't that big, but you can fit so many different things inside. So little clearance. Those wings are so big. Once you get started though, good to go. When you tuck your landing gear, it will not automatically deploy the wings. So here you can see they did not auto deploy. So what we're gonna do is press Alt K. So Alt K will deploy your wings. And it's just like a really, really cool deployment. So I want you to watch here. In order to get these like fully slot out, it has to have like these rotational hinges. You'll just have to see right here. Watch those hinges retract up and then slide into place. And man, the attention to detail is just stellar. And I like say what you will about the game and a lot of other issues that it has, but people who design the ships, man, they are committed to their craft. And it is glorious. You can see one on the top, one on the bottom of each of those wings, and then 4 on the front of the ship. So you're getting the max firepower up here. 2 side turrets, small turret right here. All around, pretty good firepower. Now, firepower only matters if you can use it and you can hit your shots. Now, one really big thing here. This thing can grind through most ships very quickly. She's a boat, but she has pretty good power recovery. I'm already getting back most of my boost here. Alright, Reclaimer. Double Reclaimers. Alright, we're going to take out the Hurricane first. Okay, we should, so long as we keep it... here's the struggle with the Corsair. It's like you gotta keep it in your field of vision, and your rotational ability is pretty shit. But once you get it locked on, you're ready to go. Now you've watched me do these with other ships. Honestly, the amount of firepower coming out of a Reclaimer is negligible. So long as I put myself in the right position here, I'll probably be okay. We're just gonna sidle right on up to its buns. And I'm actually just gonna do it like this, because why not? Those mags back. And when fighting Reclaimers, it's not bad. Good, quick kills. If you only have a little bit of time to play, it's really not a bad option. Problem is that it just gets banged up really quickly and really easily. You can see here, time to kill on a Reclaimer, maybe 1 minute. Pretty good comparatively. Shields are gone. Now we gotta get our weapons back. There you go. Now, it would be a decent ship to just go out and do salvage missions with. You're going to be able to defend yourself. You got plenty of cargo space. And if you're just going to grab salvage missions to pull off components and sell those, good option. You can get an XL1 drive on here. So, yeah, there are like non-traditional gameplay loops you can do with this that are pretty good. Now, is it worth $250? Absolutely not. What are your other options? Well, number one, you can get a Corsair. Cutlass. Which all of you know my feelings on the Cutlass. Instead, I would recommend the alternative, which is the Freelancer. Now, you're going to get an arrow with that. It's $110. So you save yourselves $140. You can buy yourself a prospector, or maybe even like a, I don't know, like a couple ground vehicles. I follow your heart. I'm not going to tell you what you should or should not buy, but I will tell you that you'll have an extra $140. So you can just not spend it. You're going to get pretty close to the same amount of cargo space. You're not going to be able to get the same amount of ground vehicles, or to take a racing vehicle around with you, like a Mirai, Fury. So that does need to factor into your calculations. So, but you can earn your way up to a Hercules and fly whatever you want, whenever you want it that way. Okay, this is Valkyrie. We should be able to chew through it before it becomes problematic. Cutlass Black. None of these are going to do enough damage to me that I'm really worried about it. So, I mean, the best way to do bounties is to just race in, kill the unit you want to kill, and then get out of there. So that's what we're going to practice here. Let's see if we get... Okay, there we go. That is working now. Although it's locking on very slowly, so I do not have to understand it. We're going to backpedal just a little bit. Having him in that 800 meter range is usually where you kind of want it. With cannons, and bing bada boom, we're done. That's it. That's all you got to do. So, there's enough firepower here that you can really grind it out. I guess maybe the better way to describe this ship is it's just like too utilitarian. Does it do a good job at these things? Yeah. Am I like blasting my way through them? Absolutely. Am I making good money? No doubt. Do I like having a Buccaneer as a second ship? Absolutely. It's great. But I'd rather have a Vulture with a Buccaneer and a Freelancer with an arrow? Yes. That's the better choice, in my opinion, because I enjoy flying each of those ships more than I enjoy flying this one. I just don't find it that enjoyable. Good hits. Computer seems to be a little dazed, so we'll take that. And we're done. So, I mean, like, you could gimbal these bad boys. I don't think any of these are actually gimbaled. Oh, they are. Some of these are actually already gimbaled. I do not know which ones. Go check that beforehand, but having gimbaled weapons on this is actually, for cannons, makes a lot of sense. Looks like all of them might be, actually. No, I want the one who's still alive. It needs to be like a target cycling that is just for ships that ain't dead. Man, this guy's just blitzing out of here. Well, we'll slot in our next contract, and by that time he'll probably be here. What I'd say, 2.1 was perfect timing. Yeah, so I would definitely make sure to turn on your gimbals with cannons. They will save your bacon. Unless you're trying to, like, direct fire to a certain part of the ship, just use gimbals. So I can, like, pull up. It gives me just so much more room to make errors. Love watching the thrusters work in reverse to slow you down from a boost. It's just cool, man. There you go. Yeah, those rear venting boosters are just rad. But those are your VTOL boosters. You do you, big boy. You do you. I'm taking my finger off the thing to shoot flares. Die. There we go. Big, beautiful, lean, mean. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Like I said, Drake Corsair, not my favorite ship in the verse, but it is a lot of fun. You can grind through those VHRTs pretty quickly to add some money to your pocket. Getting the Buccaneer will let you grind through the lower levels rather quickly. And I've done 2 reviews on the Buccaneer with 2 different configurations. I think shows that ship is one of my favorites to play for bounties. So I think, you do get pretty good options. Do I think you'd be better off with the Freelancer plus the Arrow and the Vulture plus the Buccaneer? Absolutely, I do. But the Freelancer does struggle in these VHRTs in that it has like probably about half the firepower, especially on Alpha. So killing something quickly, moving on, doing something else, doesn't quite work the same. Is it way more fun to fly? Yes. On that note, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Until next time, good luck out there. Have some fun. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.